This video is a big one, so please just listen to what I say, because that's the thing I figured out recently for myself, and it already did wonders for me, so I just really want to pass that on to you. If there is something you like, if there is something you want to try, if there is a girl you feel like maybe you like her, I tell you right now, every second spent waiting before you do it, before you invite her for a date, before you try this new thing, every second like this is just wasted time. If there is like a new hobby that you want to try, if there is just some particular thing you want to do, if there is a girl you want to be with and you want to go on a date with, every moment extra you spend thinking about it is just wasted time, and it will give you nothing good. And I realized it myself 2 days ago. I knew that I want to go to a confession, in a church. So I was like, yeah, I will wait till Sunday. But I was like, no, I feel like I want to do it right now. Like I feel like I need that. So why not just go today? So what I did on Wednesday morning was I woke up at 5 a.m., did my morning routine, packed my backpack, went to church, did this confession, and then immediately went to the gym, and I had such an amazing day. And if I now think about it, that I wanted to wait with this thing until Sunday, like a few more days, you would be like, if I wouldn't do it, if I won't do it right now, it will not change that much, right? Well, I'm pretty sure that if I didn't go for a confession on Wednesday, I wouldn't be recording these videos right now. Right now it's Friday, so I'm pretty sure that I would stay in a rut. I would stay like pretty miserable, and I don't want to go too deep into like faith. How do you say it? Faith. Into religion topics, but it's just something that I felt like I need that. And then I realized it. Okay, if I feel like I need to do it, why would I wait a few extra days just because I feel like, I don't know, like why did I want to wait until Sunday? Or I think I actually know the reason, because I have a tendency to set up all of the things. Like, for example, I really like to go to a church on Sunday, then in the evening get a haircut, get proper, like, nice and fresh, so then I can start the new week super strong. And it's great because it's working for me. But in this particular case, it wouldn't make any sense to wait with this thing until Sunday if I could do it the next day and have the benefits of doing that earlier. So don't set it up. Don't try to have this massive plan to, like, on a Sunday I just change my life. I do this. If there are things you can do right now, just make this change immediately, and it will do nothing but good for you. Instead of planning out, because this is it, like, all you need is just, like, I don't know, 1 or 2 days of planning, and you can do that immediately. Sometimes you don't even need to plan, because you can do that the next day or so. Just try to, like, start with what you have. Be an action taker, because that's what I think that's what is a measure of success. If you are an action taker, if you're just planning, and then, like, even if you're bad at, like, execution, probably the sooner you start, the sooner you get to learn from your mistakes, the sooner you find issues, you find these problems, and the sooner you learn from them and then can achieve success. Like, I have a really simple example for you. Let's say we have two, let's say, 16-year-olds, and both of them want to go to the gym. There is a one guy who, just when he gets the thought, he goes onto Google, searches up his city, and looks for some gym. And then the next day goes there, asks a receptionist about some things, and he buys his pass the next day. And there is a second guy who, before he even starts working out, he will spend 2 months watching fitness related YouTube videos, taking notes, doing research, searching for data, looking for all of these analytics. And he will do that for 2 months, and then he will go to the gym. Alright, so we have these two guys that, let's forget about, the fact that that guy waited 2 extra months, but let's say that they still start on the same day. The guy that started it immediately will go to the gym, spot a problem, and then he will go on his phone and be like, what is the proper form of lateral raises? He will watch a video, he will learn the proper form, and then he can, make progress in this one particular exercise. On the next workout, he will focus on something else, and then he will make progress in this exercise. And by the way of things, he will be going from one to the next workout, just constantly trying to improve himself, constantly trying to, find a better way to do it, find more problems that he can fix. And then we have the second guy, who after just months and months of doing research, of watching these videos, of preparing for it, he goes to the gym at the first day, and because he's not used to the feelings your body, like, he's not used to the processes your body goes through during workout. He's like, okay, maybe he knows the best exercises, maybe he knows the best form and everything. But then it turns out that it's still pretty hard to train. It's still hard to exercise. And let's say he gets demotivated. He felt like he knows it all. He felt like he knows the best form, he knows the best exercises. So from now on, it should be easy, right? So while the first guy, who started 2 months earlier, while the second guy was doing all of that research stuff, while the first guy was in the gym, trying out these things himself, seeing what he likes, what he doesn't, which exercises work for him, which doesn't, he already made progress in these 2 months. And then the second guy, after doing all of this research, after watching just hours and hours of YouTube videos, he goes to the gym, and it turns out that, okay, maybe like this one particular exercise is the best bicep exercise you can do. But for some reason, I don't know, he doesn't really like it, so then he gets demotivated, then he don't want to try it again. While the first guy started going to the gym, after getting the thought that, he heard from his friends or on the internet that it's great to exercise, and then he went to the gym straight away, talked to a receptionist, got himself a pass. There you go, right? And then he can of course learn all of that stuff. Then he can do his research, watch videos. But because he started earlier, he can watch these videos having already his own experiences. He can compare what the guy talks about in a video to how it felt for him, right? Because let's say watches a video and he's like, okay, yeah, that's true. Like, I tried doing lateral dumbbell raises in 2 different ways, and yeah, actually this one way felt better than the other way, and now I see this guy talking that that's actually how you should do it, so great, I will just stick to this one form. While the second guy goes to the gym and he does something and I don't know, is uncomfortable, it doesn't work for him. He thought that he knows how to do it well, but now it turns out he doesn't. And because he waited for so long, he don't have his own experience, that now he can't relate that to the video or to the research he saw. So again, don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Don't try to prepare all of that things for weeks and weeks ahead. And if there is something you want to do, if there is like a new sport you want to try, if there is a girl you want to meet with, go on a date, if there is, I don't know, a business idea you want to do, if there is a book you want to read, like literally anything. If there is something you want to do and you feel like, of course it will be positive for you, because you might also want to go and do drugs, right? Of course, like, let's not go that far, let's not be stupid. But if there is just something you want to do, just try it as soon as possible, because then the sooner you will know if you like this new hobby or if you don't, if you like a girl that you went for a date with, or if she's actually boring to you, and if you keep looking for a girl. Yeah, I'm really proud of myself that I noticed it on this Wednesday, because, like, again, otherwise I wouldn't probably be recording these videos, because I would wait with the confession, and it's from my point of view, it's a thing that then just kind of sets everything in your life in order. Then it's much easier to actually make a change in your life, start like a new habit, or stick to your habits. So I felt that I want to do it. I kind of knew that it will be helpful for me. So once I realized that waiting with it till Sunday will be simply stupid, because I can also do that the next day in the morning, then I just decided to do that. And now I see the results, and I mean, just try to remember that the perfect opportunity doesn't exist. Because if you're the type of guy, just like I am, who wants to, have everything set up, who wants to create this whole plan of action, frankly, if you want to do it, you're probably also a bit of perfectionist. And if you then have these two things together, the perfect opportunity won't come. Like, life doesn't work like that. You can prepare how much you want. You can do all the research and everything. But then life will like verify if you are actually prepared or not. And in most of the cases, the sooner you try, the sooner you start doing the thing, the better, because the sooner you will get these experiences you wouldn't get if you would just wait with this thing. Yeah, if there is just a thing you want to do, new hobby, or a girl you want to take for a date, do it quickly. Like, try to do it the next day. Boom, 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 get it done. Go to the gym. Go and have a confession in church. I don't know how you actually say that, but you know what I mean. Ask out this girl for a date. Just, boom, 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 do it. Get it done. All right, now you're in the gym already. Now you just cleaned your soul and you feel much greater. Your life is in order right now. You went for a date and you realize that the girl wasn't as attractive and as hot you thought she is. So congrats, you just didn't waste like another 2 or 3 months. This is it. The perfect opportunity really doesn't exist, and the sooner you realize that, it's just the best to start things as soon as you can. And again, don't be stupid. If I still feel like I need to say this as this kind of disclaimer, because if you feel like doing drugs, if you feel like doing a crime or anything, then of course don't do it. But if there is a hobby, if there is a new habit that you want to try, if you want to start working out, or if you want to start meditating, start it today or the next day. Why would you wait for the next week to start, so then you can start doing this habit? It's just stupid, right? So I really wish that you take this lesson, because once I realized it, I was like so shocked. I was like, yeah, of course that perfect opportunity won't come. Of course it's better to do this thing right now instead of waiting extra for 10 days. Yeah, I get a bit frustrated, because when I think of all of the situations when I was just waiting with something, because I was like, yeah, then I will have a better opportunity for this. It really doesn't work like that. There are some cases when you want to wait with something, but most of the time, the sooner you start doing it, the better. You really, please just, I mean, please just listen to my advice, because if you kind of forget about that, and then in some time you realize it yourself, you will be like, you will be so frustrated and so agitated, just like I am right now on on myself from the past. But yeah, now having cleared that, I hope that I won't have this thing in my life too often. This is it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more of these videos, and I will see you next time.